Good morning, good morning. I'm always late. I be trying to be on time, but I just good morning. Just like a rice sign, just like I said, be my little baby. Hey, Roger. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey. I just dropped off the dog, went to Starbucks, my little drive-through, came home, heated my coffee in the microwave to kill any germs that might be on the cup. Now I'm drinking my coffee. Good morning. Oh, beloved one, I am angry. Angry! Oh my God. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is so nice to see everybody. Wish you happy hump day. It is Wednesday. Y'all, I pulled my pants on this morning and it was hard for them to get on. I'm not gonna lie. I think I gotta cut back on some of the M&Ms. I walked 6.9. What did I walk yesterday? I walked almost 20,000 steps and like 6.9 miles or something crazy. And I feel like I'm getting fatter than ever before. And I wonder if my body just really wants to be 139 pounds. Like I want my body to be 133 pounds, but I'm willing to negotiate at 136 pounds. Okay? And my body keeps pushing me to 139. And I wonder if my body is telling me, hey sis, quit arguing with me. I know better than you. We are healthiest at 139 pounds. That is where we are going to be. But I don't feel comfortable at 139 pounds because it's the heaviest part of my 133 to 139. So when I'm 139, everything is tight. My underwears are tight. My bras are tight. My pants are tight. My clothes fit, but they don't feel right. My vagina's trying to eat my jumpers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel healthy. Oh my God, y'all telling me that I'm building muscle are so funny. Love it. Love you for saying that, but that is not the case. Please don't get caught up on my number and tell me you wish you could weigh that. We are not the same. We do not have the same body, and we do not have the same body dysmorphia. So do not tell me you wish you had my number or whatever, because you don't understand what it does to me mentally. And I would take being overweight and not having body dysmorphia any day. I'm 5'7.5". So the thing is that it's just that my clothes don't fit right. That's just it. And that's just it. That's just what it comes down to. Like, everything goes on, but it doesn't fit right. It gives me a front wedgie, a back wedgie, a damn bra fat, a thing. And I know it's because I've been, I'm stuck between watch what you eat and treat yourself, right? So I've been like treating myself to dark chocolate peanut M&Ms like it's my job. And I think there's a reason they put a serving size on the bag. I have chosen to ignore the serving size. Okay? I just, my body dysmorphia starts lying to me. It starts telling me that I'm not worthy. and I look ugly, and I start to become fixated on the parts of me I don't like, and then I gotta have conversation in my mind like, no, I can't listen to you right now. You know, hi Lisa. Anyway, I'm not buying new clothes no, I absolutely will not reward this body. I can't, because it will, guys, you don't understand. Body dysmorphia is, I can't explain it. Anyway, okay, so, I think a lot of people are starting to feel this way. In the beginning of the quarantine, I was losing weight because I was so nervous, and I had diarrhea every day, and like couldn't eat and had no appetite, and that's not healthy either. I don't want to be that girl either. Like, I just want to be healthy in my mind. Because I know my diet is healthy. I make healthy choices. I eat healthy food. I drink water. I drink lots and lots and lots of coffee. But Lisa, you have a booty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a booty, I'd be more forgiving. But I have a crack that goes from my back to my legs. Okay? There is no reason why I should be holding my jeans together with a hair tie. Okay? I mean, I'm not there yet, but I'm one bag of M&Ms away from it. So anyway, I was struggling in the beginning because I was so nervous. And then once my nerves calmed down, because I got my life under control, or what I felt like was control, and I got Michael to listen, you know, like I could control my environment, right? I stopped being so nervous and I started eating. And once I started eating again, like normally, my body, it's like my mind knows that my body was like, oh, we're healthy again. This is great. And my body went back to its comfortable weight. See, I think when I was in my 20s, 133 was my normal weight. But when you have body dysmorphia, your mind doesn't want to believe that in your 20s, you weigh 133, and in your 40s, you're a new person. And when you're a new person, you weigh 139. But your mind says 139, ew, we can't self-love at 139. We can't self-love there. So I have to battle the understanding that at 43, my body may need to weigh 139. My body may really need to weigh that to be healthy. But my 20-something-year-old brain is like, no, we're not good enough at 139. That's my dysmorphia there, right? So I go into the mirror and I start staring at myself. What do I look like naked? Oh, I don't like what I see. Meanwhile, I don't even know if it looks any freaking different. That's the scary thing. I know clothes fit different, but I don't even know if it looks any different. I bet if I got naked for y'all today, y'all would be like, okay, we see you naked. And then if I got down to 133 and was like, here I am naked, you guys would probably be like, it's the same shit. The same body. I don't know. Okay, y'all are not understanding. I understand you wanting to help me and give me advice, but telling me my diet is healthy. I don't have to change my diet. I eat a great diet, take vitamins, all of it. I don't have to change my diet. I probably have to change my serving size, if I'm being honest, because I eat enough for me and all the voices in my head. And I'm thinking some of these voices don't need to be fed, if I'm being honest. Some of these voices need to be silenced. They might need to be starved a little bit, to be honest. But I'm eating enough for Jamie and all the Jamies in her head, which might be the problem. So it's not the food I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making good choices. I'm just feeding too many people down one chute. That's the problem. So anyway, I'm just going back and forth, about my struggles with my body dysmorphia, my body, my weight. And every single time I open myself up about my weight, 98% of you get it. And you're like, oh my God, I love you. I totally get it. And some of you go like, Jamie, your number, like some of us would kill to weigh what you weigh. Y'all not getting it because you don't have body dysmorphia. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad sharing my experience with you, even if you get mad at me about how much I weigh and wish you weighed 139 pounds, because you don't understand. When you are not mentally well, it is a struggle. When you are not mentally well, when your own mind, your own brain betrays you by telling you you're not enough, you don't look good, you're not worthy at that number, you're not sexy at that number, you're not healthy at that number, you're not right at that number. When your own brain betrays you, you don't know. You don't know the trouble I've seen. So the thing is, like, when people tell me like, oh, you say you weigh 139 pounds, you have no idea what I would give to weigh that. Okay, well, then I don't know what to tell you. It's a real thing. And it is real because my trauma from being called fat in my life and made fun of and bullied, and the things my mother said to me, all my trauma is screaming at me. How could you let this happen? How could you get to 139 pounds again? How could you do this to us? And all the voices start talking at the same time. So, those of you who get it, I try not to check the scale, but I have to check it once my pants get tight. Maybe I should try to stop pulling on. Listen, I put on these pants today. Okay, these are like Athleta tight ass pants. And I put on this tight tank top. Now, it would probably be better for my self-esteem if I didn't try to put on such tight ass clothes. Okay, maybe if I stopped trying to roll a fucking ace bandage over these curves, I wouldn't feel so bad about myself. But the problem is, that's how I check how I'm feeling. So, I don't know. But this goes to today's topic. Nothing has to be wrong with you for you to see a therapist. Jamie, what do you mean? Okay? What I mean is that a lot of times we think there has to be something wrong with us in order to see a therapist. We think that something has to have happened to us, or we have to be fractured or broken in some way in order to seek any kind of help for ourselves, right? And so when we feel like we want to talk to somebody, or we feel like we want to get help, and we go, oh, but there really isn't anything wrong with me, right? Then we feel guilty about going, or we feel shameful about going because we can't pinpoint what is wrong with us. And I'm here to tell you that nothing has to be wrong with you. Okay? It is maintenance that if you want it or need it, you should seek it. And I have body dysmorphia, but 9 times out of 10, when I seek therapy or counsel of any kind, it isn't even because of my body dysmorphia. It isn't because of something that I can point to. It is a feeling or lack of feeling. It is an emptiness or a fullness that I can't describe. Sometimes it is marital issues, right? Nothing has to be wrong with your marriage to go to marriage counseling. Sometimes it is preventative, right? Kind of like taking a baby aspirin every day. You do it because it's good for your heart, not because you had a heart attack, right? That is where we need to get when it comes to therapists and marriage counseling and all of those kinds of things. You need to understand that it is like a baby aspirin. You don't wait for the heart attack to take the baby aspirin. You take the baby aspirin because it's preventative, healthy maintenance. I want you to understand that if you ever feel like you need counseling or you need therapy, and I know a lot of you say Coffee Talk is like therapy for you, and for some people it is enough, and that's amazing. Most of the time it's enough for me. But on occasion, we let our gas tanks on our car run all the way down to empty. But typically we do not. Typically, we fill our tank before it hits empty because we don't want to get stuck. We don't want to run out of gas, right? We understand it's better for our car to not let it run out of gas. So when we see that we're getting to the bottom, when we see that we're almost empty, we go, oh, I only have a fourth of a tank left or a quarter or whatever, let me go to the gas station. But we don't do the same things for our mental health, right? Like we wait until we are on fucking empty. And then we go, maybe I need help. Maybe I should talk to somebody. Maybe I should seek counsel. Maybe my marriage check engine light has been on and we're not even talking to each other and we don't have sex and I don't think I like him. Maybe now we should go to counseling. And then we look at the marriage counselor and go like, how come you can't fix this? And he's like, because you waited till it was fucking unfixable before you came to see me. You waited until your marriage had a fucking massive heart attack. And then you came to me and said, should we start taking a baby aspirin? No, a baby aspirin isn't going to fix this shit. Okay? Right? So a lot of us do that. We wait until we are fucking depleted, till we have emotional breakdowns, till we are depressed, till we are run the fuck over. And we have no patience for our lives anymore. We're cutting people out and we're nasty and we're just fucking done. And then we go, I don't know, maybe I need a baby aspirin. No, baby aspirin isn't going to fix that shit. It's not. You should have backed it all the way up when you noticed that your tank was on, halfway. And then you go, hey, maybe I should go fill my tank. The one thing that I will say about Michael and I is because we hit the skids and I asked for a divorce, and then we went to marriage counseling for the first time. When I asked for a divorce the first time, the marriage therapist was like, you waited till she wanted a divorce? You waited till she asked for a divorce and now you want me to try to put this shit back together? And good for him. Good for that counselor to be like, are you fucking kidding me? You know why when someone has a massive heart attack and it comes out of nowhere and they're rushed into the OR and the doctor has to rip their chest open and do all this thing, people salute the doctor like he is some kind of fucking hero? Because he is. Because it's not supposed to get to that point. And I know sometimes it happens, but it's not supposed to be where you have a massive heart attack right? You're supposed to work on your diet. You're supposed to exercise. You're supposed to pay attention to the signs your body's sending you and your symptoms. If you feel tightness in your chest, or you feel like you're not breathing good, or whatever it is, you're supposed to like track that stuff. Not wait until you pass out on the tennis court from a massive 4-quadrant heart attack. You're supposed to go to therapy before someone asks for a divorce. And you're supposed to seek help before you have a nervous fucking breakdown. So, I say all of this to say that there doesn't have to be anything wrong with you to get help if you want it. Or if you need it. That is my story, and I'm sticking. Anyway, I have to go to work because it's 10:41 and my whole day is like crazy. But I will take a question from Instagram. If you have a question for me or something that pertains to today's topic, so hear what I'm saying before you request to be in my video. If you have a question for me or something that pertains to today's topic, no, I'm not getting a divorce. No. Please request to be in the video and you can talk to me. Oh. And I can just drop the phone for the poor people on. Well, it's always how Instagram never wants to let me on. And please use headphones. Yeah, keep your volume down.
Hello.
Hi. You have to turn your volume way down, sis.
There?
Yeah, and is there music playing somewhere?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go. Much better.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, what's your name?
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Today hit me in the feels.
What, baby?
I said today hit me in the feels.
Me too.
Because I don't understand it.
Me too. Where do you live?
I live in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Near Boston or no?
In Foxborough, so yes, south of Boston.
Okay. Are you a Red Sox fan?
Yes.
Boo. Just kidding.
Whatever.
I know. I'm a Yankees fan. It's so hard, you know. It's so hard. Do you have a question?
I had one and I forgot it.
Oh. Okay.
That's my anxiety.
Right.
I suck at interviews because I forget what people ask me and I forget the answer.
Well, you know what? Everybody, you know, it's manifesting in the weirdest ways right now, I have to say. Like, I have found that I have walked into rooms and been like, why am I here? Like, what did I... And I know it's part of my, it's part of my brain feeling so distracted. Mm-hmm. So I totally get what you're going through, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Well, I appreciate you requesting to come on.
Anytime.
And I love you, and I love that you watch, and thank you for being with me.
Thank you.
If you remember...
I had a thought. There was a couple days ago, you were thinking about the movie that you were making, that you wanted a 20-year-old version of yourself. Mm-hmm. And I thought Haley Steinfeld, or whatever her name.
Yeah.
I think she's from Jersey. That's what I don't know.
She could be great. She's actually a great actress. And she can sing. I mean, I can't, and I don't, but she can. She's super talented. I love you. If you think of your other question, request to come back in.
Okay.
Okay, bye, baby doll.
Bye.
Well... Let's see.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Nurses Day to everyone out there.
Happy Nurses Day. Are you a nurse?
I am. I'm in an emergency department in New Jersey.
Oh, shit. I love it. Thank you for what you do.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I love that you're in Jersey. What's your name? What's your name?
Latoya.
Hi, Latoya.
Hi. I just had a comment here. I watch you every day or try to catch you when I get back home.
Thank you.
Rewatch the live. I had a question about therapy, and so I'm a mom of 4, and I got divorced in 2018 after being with their father and my partner since I was 15.
Oh.
So it was a long haul, and, people always say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm not. We really just I thought we would grow together, but we grew and grew apart. I wasn't the same girl at 44
No.
I was at 15.
Definitely not.
Thank God. But it wasn't until I got divorced and bought my own house that I went to therapy, because I felt like, all right, now if shit's gone wrong, there's nobody else for me to blame it on but me.
Right.
It's not my relationship. It's not him. It's not. So what's up with me? Because the next relationship I go into, I don't want to blame that new person for old things. I don't want to repeat old habits. And it's kind of eye-opening because nobody likes being called on their own bullshit.
Nope.
I found a really good person who was just like, okay, and why do you do that? And listen, I wasn't one of those chicks that needed to write a letter to my 5-year-old self. Like, I knew why I did the things that I did.
Me too. Love it.
Trauma,
Yeah.
right? Like all that. I'm just like, listen, I don't need to go back. I don't need to hug the 3-year-old. I need tools right now
To be a better 44-year-old. Right.
to live differently.
Yep.
And finally, they were just like, why do you do this? And I'm like, well, my mom did it, and my dad's absent, and all the things. And they're like, how's that working out for you? And the biggest thing that I learned is maybe there were some habits, whether they be good or bad, that got me through the struggles and through all the drama that are not serving me now that I'm not in those struggles and drama.
Right.
It was like I was so used to all that turmoil. I tell people, I'm like, it's like being comfortable. I'm used to swimming with sharks. I'm good there. When it's calm waters, I'm nervous. I'll create the drama.
Yep.
Because I'm used to it. I'm used to living in that. And then when it was a time where there was some peace, there is some peace, I'm just like, oh, girl, he didn't start it. He's not here no more. The relationship's not making you this way. That's not there anymore. And while, yes, we share the kids, my day-to-day life is different. And it's me. There's some things that were just me.
Isn't that so interesting when you look around and you're like, holy shit, it's me.
I'm snap. It wasn't everybody else. That shit was me.
The common denominator here is me.
Right.
Amazing.
And I tell people that all the time. I'd be like, oh, hey, if it's, you got a problem with this person, you got a problem with that person, you got a problem with this person, it can't be everybody else. It's got to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought that it might be me. And it was.
And it was.
And it was. And I mean, old habits die hard. I am in a new relationship with a guy who's just not about the drama. And at first I was like, oh, buddy, if there's no drama, I'm going to create it. He just doesn't get into it. He's like, if you want to talk, we'll talk.
Right. So let me tell you something. So what you did is you acknowledged your part in the problems you were having. God heard you.
Right.
And then God served you.
Yeah, he did.
So don't fuck it up.
He was like, yo, you asked for this.
Right.
Now here it is.
You prayed for this. You put the work in. Now I'm going to give it to you. So let's see what you're going to do with it. And I'll tell you, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh the fuck away. And he will do it quick.
Yes. And like heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yep.
Shit takes work. And it's every day. And it's checking myself every day. Because I'm real good about checking everybody else.
Oh, me too. I could be a checkout girl scanning people's asses. Boop. You got a problem. Boop.
But I'm also more critical of myself than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, did that come out right? I didn't mean for that to do that. And I also, I'll have conversations in my head before I say them out loud because my bluntness works for me and I like it back. But, there's just certain things that everybody's not me.
Yeah.
In the good and the bad. So
right.
It's like, learning that every day. So I say all that to say that, while body dysmorphia, obviously as a healthcare worker, I understand it. But if you don't have it, there's only so much that I can empathize with you about. So, you're my friend in my head, like, Wendy Williams would say. So I'm like, girl, like, I feel you. I know what you're going through. But I know no matter what compliments or advice people give you, it's here. Like, you already know the shit. But,
oh, I know the words.
Right.
Oh, it's like I tell people all the time, with body dysmorphia, it's kind of like memorizing a poem. Remember how we used to have to do that in school?
Yeah.
And you can recite the lines because you know it from memory, but you don't feel it. There's no, you're not absorbing it. Yeah, there's a total disconnect.
What you know and what you feel. And people mean well with everything.
Of course, especially with me. People, I know that much is true, but yeah, it doesn't work for me. It has to come from me. The kind words have to come from me because the battle rages inside.
Right. Exactly.
So,
have you ever read Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Myers?
No, but I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
My mind works in such a way, this is so bad, but I tried a long time ago to get into all those books and the quotes and the women who are like, give great TED Talks and shit. And my mind is like, nah, like my mind doesn't appreciate that. And it isn't that I speak a different language. Here's the truth. The truth is that this is the only example I could give that might make sense. And it might not even make sense. Like, I have appreciation for beautiful music, but I feel Tupac. Now, I know you're probably thinking, how would you feel that? You didn't even live that. For me, it's about the delivery. It's the way I receive message and language. For me, it has to be a little bit harder around the edges, a little bit rougher around the edges. Which makes sense. It's why I've probably like chased Method Man my whole life, right? It's like, cause he to me like embodies the energy in the way I receive like love, like I can't explain it, but so I've tried those books and stuff. They don't really work for me, but I appreciate you recommending it.
To you, I was bringing it up to say that like somebody had brought it to me because I listened to her and like I love God, but I curse a lot.
Oh, me too.
So like I read it and I was like, okay, this all makes sense, but it takes a different delivery for it to like remain in my brain and for me to retrieve it when I need it. And that's where I feel like some of the therapy comes out. Like I need tools. Like I'm intuitive, I get things quick, and I get all the whys, but I need when I'm in the moment and somebody has irritated me, how do I not pop off?
Right.
Like in that moment.
Right. But the better thing is to get the tools before you need them. Right. So that's what today's conversation is really about, don't wait until there's something wrong with you or wrong with your marriage or wrong with whatever, your health, to go get the tools you need to be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And
your analogy about the heart attack was perfect because we see it and hear all the time. We had a woman in here and, not violating HIPAA laws, but we had a 55-year-old female come into my emergency department who had had a mass growing in her belly. By the time she got here, was just infiltrated with cancer. Just sick. And, her kids are with her. And this is just to paint the picture, well-to-do, middle class, had their shit together, had access to health care, all of those things. And, I said to her as I'm putting her IV and how long has this been here? She was like, 12, 13 years. And in my career, I've gotten really good at the poker face because people tell me some shit. I got to pretend like I've heard it 1,000 times before. And I said, okay, can I ask why you never had it looked at? And she goes, I didn't want to know. And I thought, well, now you're dying of this. exist and you could have.
I know, but there are people who need to live in denial about themselves, about their health, about their marriage. Do you know how many people say to me, I knew he was cheating for years, but I never wanted to say it out loud. I never wanted to acknowledge it. I never wanted to whatever.
Right.
I get it. I totally get it.
I know.
All right, I have to go to work and so do you.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I do.
People need you more than they need me. But I love you. I love you so much. Tell all the nurses at your office today that I love them and I appreciate them so much.
I will do.
And have a great day.
Thanks, Jamie. Love you, Mom.
Bye. I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Very nice. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I love you. Have a great, great day.